California Day is next on TBS.
Los Angeles, California on a picture perfect Thursday afternoon the defensive way. This is the 2025 National League Championship Series. It's presented by Loan Depot.
And Joey Ortiz. Led Zeppelin ringing through Dodger Stadium as Tyler Glasnow is ready to make yet another twilight start in this postseason running.
These pitchers have been untouched here in this postseason. Glasnow coming off his start against Philadelphia, 6 scoreless innings with 8 strikeouts and no walks.
Tell you what, dazed and confused. Pretty good title and sums up what the Dodger pitching has done to the Brewers lineup in the first 2 games of this National League Championship Series. Here we go. We're ready for Game 3. First game in Los Angeles of this LCS. Tyler Glasnow, all 6-8 of them. Deals the first pitch, fastball. It's in there for strike 1, and we're off and running. Jackson Chourio, the 21-year-old talent, participating in his second postseason. He hit a leadoff home run in Game 2, and a line shot right to Muncy, and that's how the day starts.
Well, if you're the Brewers right now, you got to think, what do we got to do, right? You come out here and you finally get that curveball, and Chouro's had good ABs for this Brewers team the whole series, and right at Muncy.
Coming into this game, he's played 10 postseason games, 13 hits, and 4 home runs.
One away here is Bryce Terang. He shows bunt. That's not something the Brewers have done a lot of in the postseason. It is something they do a lot of in the regular season. Terang with the 1 home run. That was a put-away homer against the Cubs in Game 5 of the division series. Not a whole lot going on offensively for Milwaukee, Ronnie. 5 hits in the first 2 games of this series. Blake Snell, Yoshi Yamamoto with a couple of gems in the first 2 games.
If you go back to the division series, they've only scored 8 runs in their last 5 games here in the post. That's the lowest number they ever had over any 5-game span over the course of the regular season.
1-2 the count. Terang, a swing and a miss. And the first strikeout for Glasnow. Frenchie set us up with the Dodgers defensively.
Well, Dave Roberts run out with the usual for his team. Will Smith, of course, at catcher. Max Muncy at third. Mookie Betts up for a Gold Glove this year at short. Tommy Edman at second. Freddie Freeman at first. And in the outfield, Kike Hernandez in left. Pages in center. And, of course, Teoscar Hernandez in right.
2 outs. Here is William Contreras, Milwaukee's catcher. Strike 1. Glasnow. Frenchie had the fastball on point against the Phillies in the 4th and final game of that division series.
Yeah, well, he was working both sides of the plate. You can see that one right there. Pretty good fastball also. He got 0% chase on that slider or sinker. But I go back and I think about it. He didn't really need to throw it. So we saw a lot of four-seam and that good curveball.
Here's a 1-1. Contreras takes a ball. William Contreras back in the number 3 spot in the batting order. Does have 2 home runs in the postseason, but he's 0 for 7 in this NLCS. As Glasnow misses with a fastball.
This is a better matchup for Contreras. Glasnow will pitch in, but it's easier for him to pitch away to the right-handed hitters.
Hitters count. 2 outs in the first. And the 3-1. That is ball 4. And Contreras draws a walk. He was top 10 in the National League in that category this year. He is aboard. Brewers get a base runner in this first inning.
Well, and if there's one thing that Glasnow, right, you're nitpicking. But if you're the Brewers, if there's one thing now, he's thrown 8 1/3 in the postseason, 6 walks. So does have the ability, just like there, Ronnie, to kind of just lose it for a minute.
Brewers have scored often in the first inning of these postseason games as the L.A. area native Christian Yelich takes strike 1 from Glasnow.
Yeah, I was going to say home game for Christian Yelich.
Westlake High School here in L.A. He loves playing in LA, loves Dodger Stadium. Brewers had good success here at Dodger Stadium in the regular season. Matter of fact, they went 6-0 against the Dodgers, but they went 3-0 here at Dodger Stadium. That solidified their best road record in the major leagues this year. They've been a team that has played comfortably and free away from American Family Field. Yelich, little tapper, going to be a tough play, and they'll watch that one roll as the speedy Yelich is aboard with an infield hit. Team that led the majors in infield hits, the Brewers, and they get one with 2 outs in the first.
I mean, 164 infield hits. They led the regular season. No chance for Glasnow there or Muncy.
No, you can see Glasnow trying to make an athletic play, but Yelich still got some wheels on him.
First 2 outs, then a walk, and now an infield hit. And it's Andrew Vaughn, who's connected for 2 home runs in this postseason. Those came in the division series. Hit a 3-run home run in the first inning against the Cubs in the division series. And Glasnow finds the edge with a strike.
Hoy so far has called 2 pitches off the edge for strikes. So you have to recognize that if you're the pitcher and the hitters.
Home plate umpire James Hoy is the crew chief with this 6-man crew in place. And a swing and a miss. Back to the slider. And it's 0-2 for Glasnow.
And this is where we talk about approach, guys, right? If you're Vaughn, you realize now 2 off the plate like that, you almost got to sell out and think shoot to right field. And if he throws the fastball in, you try to foul it off.
2 on, 2 out, the 0-2, and it just misses. Vaughn didn't bite.
Good take by Vaughn. That's a tough one. I mean, he's throwing that slider harder than I remember him throwing it. 91 miles an hour.
Got to figure the adrenaline is pumping. Glasnow coming off a gem. He didn't get the win. It was a no decision, but he pitched beautifully across 6 innings. Vaughn skies that one foul.
And you can see location, guys, on that fastball. Glasnow doing that on purpose, right? Getting it looking away than 97, about 4 or 5 inches above where you want it. I mean, that's a pretty darn good job. Vaughn just fouled that pitch off.
Vaughn with 14 homers, 65 RBIs during the regular season. And a bouncer toward third, fair ball, easy step on the bag for Muncy. And Tyler Glasnow works around a little 2-out damage in the first. Brewers have an opener on the mound. It is Aaron Ashby when we come back. Milwaukee fails to score in the first. Here we go to the bottom of the first with Shohei Ohtani making his way to home plate. Ohtani, Betts, and Will Smith make up the top of the order. Smith and Freddie Freeman flip-flop in the batting order. Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, and then Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, and Andy Pages. Rounding out the starting 9 for Dave Roberts, now in his 10th year as the Dodger manager. And Ashby against Ohtani, first ball swinging, a cut and a miss.
98 miles an hour for the working pitcher for the Brewers. This is his 7th game, 3rd opener.
He was the opener in Game 1 against the Dodgers. Put a scoreless inning on the board in that first inning. He's faced Ohtani twice in this series, one in each of the first 2 games. Ohtani has drawn a walk and had a single and an RBI in Game 2. It's one of the main reasons he's on the mound, though, Aaron Ashby, as the opener to try to neutralize Ohtani and the Dodgers in the first inning. And because he is an opener, Jacob Miserowski, the rookie flamethrower and the all-star for Milwaukee, is loosening in the bullpen. 1-2 the count. Ohtani flicks that one out of play. Jeff, what do you make of Ohtani taking batting practice on the field yesterday? That's a rarity.
You know what that means? One thing. He's not feeling good at the plate.
Yeah,
and he's trying to switch something up. He hadn't done it in, 2 years here?
Doesn't sound like that would be an oddity, but Ohtani takes his batting practice, his drills in the cage as he dumps that one into right field. Ohtani on his way to second base. That one tucked in the corner. Ohtani thinking about third, and he's on his way. Shohei Ohtani with a triple to start Game 3 for the Dodgers offensively. That's his first.
Well, Ashby's faced him 3 times now, a walk and 2 hits, Jeff.
It's like anything. The more you see him as the series goes on, right? Even though he got up 0-2, and give credit to Shohei here. He's just trying to put the ball in play. Came around it, and with his speed and where that was hit, easy triple.
He had 9 triples in the regular season. And Ohtani is at third to start this one, and Mookie Betts puts the Dodgers on the board right away. Splits the gap. Betts on his way to second. He is in there with an RBI double. 1-0 Dodgers right out of the gates.
Couldn't start any worse here for an opener and Pat Murphy and his Milwaukee Brewers team. Fastball away and down and sinking. He got a linea out there by Betts.
Oh, look, Betts is a smart hitter.
Yeah.
He's not going to try to get deep in a count with a guy like Ashby and the stuff, so he was looking first pitch, just something to hit to the outfield, and he got rewarded with a double and an RBI.
First hit of the series for Mookie Betts had been 0 for 7. And he has his second RBI. Now it's Will Smith who jumps ahead of Freeman in the batting order. Dave Roberts saying he just wants to split the lefties a little bit, knowing Ashby was going to be the opener today and the starter. So Smith hits in the 3-hole with Freeman in the cleanup position.
Remember, it's very easy, natural for Will Smith to hit the ball the other way.
Dodgers posted the most first-inning runs in the regular season, but it's only their second first-inning run of this postseason. Ohtani had the home run in Game 1 of the wild card series against Cincinnati, that leadoff homer.
You know, Brian, I'm surprised that Miserowski's still up. I would have maybe a guy to rescue Ashby, a guy to close this inning instead of your young right-hander.
2-0 the count on Smith. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. One of the concerns of Pat Murphy was the overexposure of his bullpen to the Dodger hitters, and then all of the work that these relievers have had to pick up. Going through a 5-game series, a series to the max with the Cubs, and then heavy usage of the bullpen in the first 2 games. Three balls and a strike to Will Smith, all-star catcher of the Dodgers. And he's late on it, fouls it back. 97 right down the middle. Smith missed a good chunk of September with that fractured hand, his throwing hand. Did not play in the first 4 games, or didn't start the first 4 games of this postseason. Didn't play at all in the wild card series. Came off the bench and played a half a game in the first 2 games of the division series. Been in the lineup ever since. And a called strike 3. Big bender by Ashby. And Will Smith is rung up, and there is the first out.
I'll tell you this, Ronnie, right now, if they come back to win this game, this is a huge moment. Down 3-0 with Freddie Freeman. Fastball, gets him 3-2, and then drops a beautiful curveball right on the corner.
Yeah, to come back from 3-0. Wow. Amazing job by Ashby. That's as good a left-handed curveball as you're going to see.
Freddie Freeman now. They chant his name here. Freeman, the World Series MVP. Been a league MVP as well in his time with the Braves. Freeman having a terrific championship series. 3 for 10, a homer. He's got a couple of doubles as well. All of his hits for extra bases.
And this is where Freddie Freeman really simplifies his approach. You know, you've got a guy that's going to try to run 2-seamers in, and more than any other player we might have seen in the last 12 years, he's just willing to go the other way.
You know, with Ortiz holding the runner on at second, that just opens up that entire hole on the left side. Lefty on lefty against Freeman. I mean, it feels like a short hit with Freddie out in there.
2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff triple Ohtani. Betts drove him in, and now Freeman takes a ball. 3-0 is the count. Ashby falling into another 3-0 count. Back-to-back hitters. And that one's low. And it's ball 4, first and second.
Does a little hop bring a little luck? Catch the game like never before with AI from Google Cloud.
Brewers manager Pat Murphy on his way out. Aaron Ashby's window was down through Freddie Freeman. And Ashby's going to exit as the opener, having given up 2 hits and a walk and a run for now. Pitching change in the first inning of Game 3. Brewers Armory is running thin, but they've got one big piece down there. Jacob Miserowski, Ronnie the Miz, steps in here in the fire in the first inning.
He has been the story in the 2 games that he has come into, but both of those times he started an inning. This time coming in the heat.
It's a win for the Dodgers to get Miserowski in this game in the first inning. And he steps in with Tommy Edman at the plate, and a blurring fastball is in there for strike 1.
And let's go ahead now too. Look at right now where the shadow is, right on home plate is. So I mean, talk about a perfect time to bring a guy in. It is tough to see hitting here.
2 men aboard, but that's at second. Freeman at first. Dodgers have a run in. Miserowski pumps 1-0-2 in there for strike 2.
Just the blur of 2 fastballs to Tommy Edman.
Right field is very challenging defensively here. As Frenchie pointed out in Game 4 of the division series, Jackson Churio will be wrestling with that setting sun as well. No balls, 2 strikes. Long pause by Miserowski. And that one misses. Another one at 1-0-2. He hit 104 against the Chicago Cubs in the division series. There is no arm like this arm, especially as a starting pitcher, which he has been throughout most of the season once he came up to the big leagues. Was a starter in AAA to begin the year.
7 innings so far in the postseason, only 1 run allowed. His control has been impeccable. And he's the equalizer for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's the guy that represents as good a stuff as anyone on the staff of the Dodgers.
4 pitches, 4 fastballs. 1-2 the count on Edman. And his first miss, that was the breaking ball, the curve. And yes, it is a curve at 89 miles an hour.
He threw a lot of sliders in his first appearance, but more curveballs in his second appearance against the Cubs.
Edmonds had a nice LC, has 3 hits in 7 at-bats, a double, driven in a run, and a swing and a miss, and a wipeout curveball. Miserowski strikes out Tommy Edman for the second out of the inning. First strikeout, first batter face for the Miz.
His curveball was so nasty it almost hit Edman as he was swinging at the pitch. He's got arms and legs for days coming at you. Got the shadows and 102.
Yeah.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Continues to shine at the plate for the Dodgers. 2 on, 2 outs. And a pickoff play at second. And Bryce Terang's reaction says it all.
That usually doesn't happen in today's game because they have the pitch calm, so do the infielders. That's kind of how they set up those plays.
I mean, Terang's like, wait, what? Did I miss something?
Probably never saw one of those in the regular season for Miserowski.
Yeah, he fired a strike, though, at about 100 miles an hour to Terang.
I was about to say, there's a reason Terang didn't come in on the ball. He's like, I got to have time to catch this thing.
Exactly. Looking for the gear, the catching gear.
Teoscar Hernandez celebrated his 33rd birthday yesterday. 7 postseason games this year with the Dodgers. He's got 10 hits and 4 homers. And a swing and a foul right down the chute with a 1-0-2 fastball.
I think I was reading somewhere too, guys, that during the part of Milwaukee series, they left and went to a different hotel. His wife was scared of the pistol.
He said, I'm not scared. But my wife is, so we went elsewhere.
Fister claims another one.
Friendly ghost at the Fister. 0-2 the count. And that is a called strike 3. And Jacob Miserowski comes on and quiets down the Dodgers in the first. They get a run, though. Ohtani with a triple. Betts drives him in. Dodgers on the board first in Game 3.
But their pitches have been fastballs. Another breaker just off the corner there.
3-2. Durbin turns on it down the left field line. That is going to get down. Hernandez dives. It's going to go to the wall. The speedy Durbin around second. Now he's on his way to third. And the throw comes in. Durbin is safe. It's a triple for Caleb Durbin.
Well, and you just talked about it, Ronnie. They haven't seen many fastballs. Well, the one thing facing Glasnow today, he doesn't have as many off speed as Snell and Yamamoto. So you figured you were going to see a few more fastballs. Look at the count he worked. He was able to work a fastball count.
That's a great point, Frenchie. He's got to throw his fastball for his other pitchers to be effective.
Yep.
Well, that was a big story in his start against the Phillies. Good effort by Hernandez, but he comes up short, and it leads to at least an extra base. Durbin has great speed. Most certainly would have ended up at second base. But he is at third with one out, and Jake Bauers at the plate. Dodgers bring their infield in.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun, infield in with shadows.
Throw gets away from Glasnow.
It was a perfect throw. It just Glasnow took his eye off it, hit the heel of the glove.
He's staring into the sun as well.
Yep.
Can be tricky. Pop-ups, line drives at outfielders. It's a tough time of day to play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bauers.
You know, it's hard to ask a team to be perfect. But the Brewers, because the hole they're in, they have to be perfect. And each and every time they are in a place where they have to bring in a run without the benefit of a hit. Now, you want a hit. They've got to be perfect under those circumstances.
2-1. Bauers takes a strike right down the middle with a fastball.
I'm just convinced these guys aren't seeing it. You know, it's a 2-1 count. You got 96. Teoscar Hernandez, 1 and 2 down the middle. It feels like you're recognizing the off speed, but the fastball's by him.
See what Glasnow has in mind. Runner at third, 1 away. And Bauers up the middle, of base hit. It'll be an RBI single for Jake Bauers. It comes on a 2-strike pitch. And this game is all tied at 1. Bauers out of the number 8 spot in the batting order with his 3rd RBI of the postseason.
He gets a breaking pitch there. And just with the infield in again, right? Just didn't hit it necessarily hard, but a fast playing surface here. Look, that was their second plate appearance with runners in scoring position. Game 1 and 2, they didn't even have an opportunity.
That's right. That's how dominant the 2 starters for the Dodgers were in the first 2 games.
How about that offer? The offer's gone now against the breaking pitch for the Brewers.
That is their first hit. Would it go to 0 for 37 prior to that one?
Yeah, so you're 1 for 38. You're hot. You don't even know it.
Joey Ortiz, number 9 hitter. Glasnow misses with a fastball. Brewers had the best road record this year in the majors. They set a franchise record for wins with 97. Had the best record overall in the major leagues. Bauers takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw is up the line. Nice catch by Edman. Keeps that ball from going into center field. And Jake Bauers steals second base. And the Brewers starting to look a little more like themselves in the first 2 innings of this game.
Well, going back to the first pitch, Bauers was ready to go on the first pitch, and Glasnow swung over, and right here put a little pressure. Now going back to July of last year, 16 of 16 against Glasnow on stolen bases. 12 for 12 on the year.
T-Mobile base cam. And Ortiz takes a ball. (16 of 16, 12 for 12 this year. And a team that led the majors in stolen bases, the Brewers. 2 balls and a strike to count. Ortiz takes a strike. Perfectly placed fastball on the outside corner.
You know what I'm saying? We're not getting zero fastball swings.
Right.
Right? You got to do it again, right?
Yeah.
Fastball, climb the ladder.
Pickoff play at second. That does go into center field, and Bowers on his way to third. And he'll be there with just 1 out. A throwing error by Tyler Glasnow is going to put Bowers at third base.
Well, the Dodgers usually are so buttoned up. There's no business for them to be trying to pick off Bowers at second base. He is not going to steal third. And see, that's why Roberts is shaking his head.
And you've opened up some scoring opportunities for the number 9 hitter. Infield back in. Glasnow deals and a ground ball. Glove by Muncy's coming to the plate. And the tag is in time. Wow. That was a great play by Max Muncy. Mark it down. Big play in the game early.
Let me tell you, not just a great play. Watch this. He pretty much got up through it without even taking a peek kind of where to go, and threw it on the perfect side of the plate. If that's thrown on the other side, he's probably safe, but gives him a great lane.
The first thing the Dodgers worked on when they came on the field today, infield in, throws to home. They did it for about 20 minutes.
Can't do it any better than that. Muncy has come up with some defensive gems in this series as Churio rifles one to right. Hernandez is there, and the inning is over. Brewers score, however. They get an RBI single from Jake Bowers. All tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the second. For tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. Max Muncy will lead off. We are tied at 1. Dodgers get 1 in the first. Triple Ohtani. Mookie Betts with an RBI double. Brewers square it up. A couple of hits in that second inning, including a Jake Bowers RBI single. Had a couple of triples in this game already. Durbin and Ohtani. Jacob Miserowski back on the mound, and those shadows are in full effect now as you see the line of the roof between home plate and the pitcher's mound.
Going after Muncy with all breaking stuff. But the pitching coaches for the Brewers and Miserowski were watching that last inning. They're not picking up the real good gas. Now Muncy's got a fastball situation.
And a swing.
And he got a slider.
Wow. I mean, he swung out of his helmet.
Ronnie, you're thinking just like a hitter. I promise you.
I would have missed it too.
Going back to his Yale Bulldog days when he used to go bridge.
That's the last time.
2-1. Oh, I'm cheating on this one right here.
2-2 the count.
I was wearing out those biology majors.
Miserowski deals, and Muncy, always a great eye. I thought Muncy's home run in Game 2 was one of the pivotal moments in the game. It came with 2 outs in the 6th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Brewers were trying to get their ace, Freddie Peralta, through that 6th, and Muncy took him deep. That one's a rollover ground ball. Bryce Terang, a Gold Glove nominee. He makes the play for out number 1 here to start it, and we send it down to Lauren Shahadi.
And Brian, Pat Murphy said it's very easy to see how Jacob will fare from the first inning. He said heater ball 1 is one thing, but Ron, if it's high strikes, big misses way outside, he's too amped. How do his misses look so far to you?
The misses are perfect. I've been amazed at the poise he has had coming in relief, putting now this 3rd time.
Kike Hernandez now. Miserowski burst onto the scene in the middle of the summer. He started his year in AAA in Nashville. And after only 5 starts in the major leagues, he was named to the All-Star team. That was a pretty controversial naming of an All-Star. The truth behind a lot of that, there were a number of pitchers more than 6 or 8, I'm told, that turned down the opportunity to pitch in the All-Star game, meaning they were either pitching the Sunday prior or they just didn't want to pitch in the All-Star break, needing the break for their arm. So once they went down the pegboard, it ended up as Miserowski as the most entertaining option. So he became the pitcher to make an All-Star team with the fewest games in the history of the Major Leagues. 5. 0-2 to Kike Hernandez, and down he goes. Miserowski almost falls off the mound.
Gave him a thumbs up over there to Pat Murphy.
Third strikeout for Miserowski. He's retired 4 in a row.
A little late break just ends up under the bat of Kike Hernandez. About that All-Star game, I don't feel anything against Jacob Miserowski. I just thought it was unfair of baseball to name him as an All-Star. He had to read a lot of that criticism. It might even affected his second half because of that. Just thought it was unfair.
He did post a 0 in that All-Star game.
And then for me, no disrespect to some of the other pitchers, you know, it was in my hometown in Atlanta, and I took my little guy. I want to see him pitch, right? I'm sorry. I want to see 104 coming at Aaron Judge. So I see both sides.
Well, our friends at Fox did such a great job in that game with some of the reactions, and the players, both dugouts on each side, all the players were up on the rail wanting to get a look at this 23-year-old from Missouri.
The hard thing today with that All-Star game is, like, for most guys, they pitch Saturday and Sunday, they're unavailable.
Right.
You know, so you get 10, 12 guys that can't pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. And Pages into right field, hit well, sunglasses on. Churio watches that one bounce.
He lost it.
He lost it, absolutely.
You made a good point. Last inning, BA, there was that line drive from Churio to Teoscar Hernandez. The thing for Teoscar, you can see, look at the sun shining off his glasses right there. On that ball Churio hit was a line drive, so it never got up above the building here. That one, because it was higher and looping, look at that. You can see how bright that is.
Wow. 0-2 the count. Miserowski trying to retire the Dodgers in order. Pages. He's got a good approach going against Miserowski. Trying to shoot one into right. Pages 1 for 5 in this championship series. 2 for 29 in the postseason, Ronnie.
Remember, Brian, his big hit was to right field in game 2.
Right down the line, got a double and scored Kike from first.
Well, let's talk about his last at-bat in this ballpark, which ended the division series on a broken bat comebacker. And a ball that was thrown away at the plate, and the Dodgers took down the Phillies in 4. On the ground to third, fair ball, Durbin, nice play. Long throw and an infield hit. Pages can fly, got down the line quickly. And the first base runner against Miserowski comes with 2 outs.
Gave Durbin a lot of credit. That was a heck of a play, but Pages too fast.
Well, you can see the ex-wrestler in Durbin and how quickly he can get up and make that throw.
And now we are set up for the matchup we all want to see. Shohei Ohtani stands in against Jacob Miserowski. Ohtani with a triple his first time up.
This is where we'll have to see him at his best, poise-wise, from Miserowski. This is his first big moment in this game.
Remember that Tuesday night game we did earlier in the year? To start the game, he had him 0-2 and hung him a curveball that Ohtani hit to dead center in Milwaukee.
On the ground, Terang gobbles it up. Ohtani hit it sharply, but right at Bryce Terang. Pump of the glove by Miserowski. Inning is over. We are still tied at 1 after 2. Game 3. Dodgers will be right here on TBS, streaming on HBO Max tomorrow night. How about the Blue Jays coming off the deck on the road? Road teams have won all the games in the league championship series thus far.
I mean, 5 home runs in that ballpark. That's doing it.
And the Mariners took an early 2-0 lead there, too.
All tied at 1 here in Game 3. Brewers are hoping this road theme continues in the championship series. William Contreras may have got something in his eye.
Yeah, you have to watch out when you're scrubbing your eye there.
Get that
eye black in there.
Is that real eye black or is that?
I think those are stickers.
Stickers.
So here we go. Miserowski back to work. He's retired 10 out of 11. He's been efficient, Ron. Now the big question is, how long can he be effective? And if he is effective, how long will the Brewers let him go?
What's more important for me, as long as he's effective, he's still in the game. You got to have this game.
Yeah.
Miserowski came on, retired 4 in a row. He got the last 2 outs of the first inning. Coming in for the opener, Aaron Ashby. He's only given up 1 infield hit to Pages. Hernandez steps in the bucket and swings and misses. 1 and 2 to count.
In the bottom of the 5th now, we have not had a hit from either team since the 2nd inning. So you heard Dave Roberts say it, you heard Pat Murphy must say it. You know those hitters are coming in saying we can't see anything.
Hernandez pops it up. Bryce Terang will make the call at second base. And it's 8 in a row for Jacob Miserowski. We remind you the 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. By Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness. And by Genesis Motor America. Learn more at genesis.com. Miserowski facing Andy Pages, who has the only hit off Miserowski. And he's up there hacking at the first pitch.
Miserowski in the postseason now, guys, in 3 appearances, has pitched 11 innings, has given up only a Seiya Suzuki home run. That's it.
And he was anything but a certainty coming into the postseason. Matter of fact, there was some talk about Miserowski not even making the division series roster. He's in an innings limit he's never been. Mental fatigue, arm fatigue, body fatigue, all of it new in his rookie year. But boy, did they find something in that division series with this talented right-hander. 0-2 the count on Pages. On the ground, backhanded by Ortiz. 2 outs.
You know, sometimes, guys, sometimes when you have a young pitcher, sometimes it's better to not know you're going to pitch and be grinding all day about starting a game. So coming out of the bullpen maybe has helped them. You can see his strikeouts today. 3 on the slider, 2 on the curveball, 2 on the fastball. Great repertoire by the Miz.
He's faced 14 batters. He struck out half of them. The Brewers' rookie record in the postseason for strikeouts is 8. Brandon Woodruff, who we talked to in the middle of Game 2. Woodruff not on the active roster with a lat injury. Did that against these Dodgers here at Dodger Stadium, Brandon Woodruff, back in 2018. Ohtani a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count.
What's been so impressive is the way he's pitched today. You just talk at the curveball slider. When you got 102, it's easy to think just throw that. But he's got these hitters for the Dodgers who are, I mean, they're so good. He's got them thinking. He's got them 0-2, 1-2. He's able to expand the zone.
To Shohei Ohtani. And he got him. Miserowski strikes him out on a curve. 8 strikeouts, ties a Brewers postseason record for a rookie. He is retired 10 in a row, and the Miz is making headlines once again in the postseason. Still tied at 1. 5 in the books in Game 3 of the NLCS. The 2025 NLCS is presented by Loan Depot, Palm Trees of LA. First ball swinging, William Contreras. And it's a 6-3 putout to start it for Tyler Glasnow. So it might be getting to the end of the Glasnow experience. His pitch count is at 87. There is activity in the Dodger bullpen. Alex Vestia, one of the trusted left-handers in Dave Roberts' bullpen. Dodgers starting pitchers getting through at least 6 innings has been a major story here this postseason. As Christian Yelich takes a ball. Dodgers flipping the script from a year ago when it comes to length from a starting pitcher. Only 2 starts of 6 or more innings in the 16 postseason games last year. So far, 7 of 8, and Glasnow is 2 outs away from a 6-inning performance to make it 8 of 9.
Brewers, on the other hand, in their 8 postseason games this year, no pitcher has gone at least 6 innings.
And they used an opener tonight with Aaron Ashby, followed by Jacob Miserowski. Freddie Peralta went 5 2/3 in game 2. There's a strike. 2-2 now on Yelich. Yelich has been ice cold in the postseason. Had an infield hit his first time up. He's late on it, fouls it back. Count is full. Yelich now 5 for 28 this postseason. No damage, no homers, no RBIs. Finished with 103 RBIs. He clubbed 29 homers in a big comeback year. And a swing and a miss. Chase ball 4. Glasnow strikes him out. Gets back into the strikeout run. Send it down to Lauren Shahadi.
And Brian, Pat Murphy just came up and said, you want to know the story of this game? I said, yeah. He said, you can't see. Both teams haven't had a hard hit ball in 3 innings. I said, what do you do? He said, pray and wait until the 7th and then attack.
I love the fact that Murph is going through that with Lauren in the middle of the game.
That's right.
It's good reporting, man.
Send that up to the boys, he says. 2 outs in the 6th for Glasnow. Here's Andrew Vaughn. Glasnow's had a nice game plan against Vaughn. He stayed away from him with the fastball. Got him to ground out weakly in the 1st, and then he struck him out looking in the 4th inning.
You know, he's treated Vaughn and Contreras almost the same.
Yes.
Nothing but sliders and fastballs away. Not letting them be able to pull and do what they want to do, which is damage.
2-1 to count with 2 outs. Count goes 3-1 now.
There's been a lot of 3-1 counts in the last 3 innings, but every time he pumps a fastball in there, there's a lot of take by the Milwaukee hitters. We know they're overly patient.
See if he pulls the trigger here, Vaughn. 3-1. And that is ball 4. Gets by Smith. Smith trying to frame that one into a strike. Vaughn will draw the walk. 2-out walk here in the 6th inning. Brewers extend the 6th.
With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Well, there's the answer to the question. 1 base runner is what Dave Roberts was going to allow Glasnow.
Well, D.A. Glasnow just yanked his head. He was not happy to be getting yanked from this game.
Don't walk Vaughn.
He's out 5 2/3.
Want some MLB trivia? Just ask Siri. What team has the most World Series titles?
Tyler Glasnow, 5 2/3 innings. Struck out 8. Southern California native, pitching for his hometown team. Hart High School, Santa Clarita native. In the 2nd of a 5-year deal, he has a 6-inning outing in the postseason and now 5 2/3 in the championship series. Remember, he missed the postseason last year with an elbow injury. And now the wheels in motion as the Dodgers go to Alex Vesia from their bullpen run.
Yeah, it has not been a great year for the Dodger bullpen, but in the circle of trust is Alex Vesia.
Vesia enters in the 6th with Sal Frelick coming up. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Frelick, a very good hitter, Frenchie, in the regular season against lefties.
You see that 1 for 9 this postseason. able to stray it to foul pole. It's one reason he hits great against lefties.
Frelick, little half swing, foul. And the count is 0-2.
Well, Dave Roberts was telling us before the game, by bringing Vesia in, the left-hander, he really wants to force Pat Murphy to maybe make some changes, maybe hit for Bowers, who's had some good at-bats. It'll be interesting if Pat Murphy bites.
Brewers with a base runner at first, a 2-out walk, Andrew Vaughn. And now the 0-2. Frelick takes a called strike 3. High fastball. Vesia strikes out Sal Frelick to end the 6th. Brewers strand a runner. This pitcher's duel continues in Game 3 in the shadows of Dodger Stadium. We're still tied at 1. The 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Loan Depot and by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness. Here we go. Dodger half of inning number 6. Jacob Miserowski starts Mookie Betts with strike 1. Opening slider at 93 miles an hour. Miserowski has retired 10 in a row. He has retired 14 of 15 since he has been in the game. The only hit was an infield hit by Andy Pages.
Leads the world in funny swings by the Dodgers, too.
He's already matched the Brewers' rookie record for strikeouts in a postseason game with his teammate Brandon Woodruff. Mookie Betts had an RBI double, put the Dodgers on the board in the first off Aaron Ashby. That followed a Shohei Ohtani triple that started the game offensively for LA. Brewers have used 2 pitchers. Pat Murphy going with the opener and Aaron Ashby. Miserowski getting the bulk of it. And by the way, 2 pitchers went to the same small college in Missouri, Crowder College. Called strike 3. Betts is rung up. Outside corner, 4-seam fastball from the Miz.
I was just going to say that I hope that Miserowski doesn't forget that good fastball.
Threw it at the perfect time. Get that slider, you get that eyesight, and then you just come right here and maybe a tick off. But
nice job by Contreras.
Yep.
A generous call. Betts didn't believe it. 9 strikeouts for Miserowski. Just set the Brewers rookie record. And he opens with a strike on Will Smith. That is Abner Uribe. More heat in that Brewers bullpen. Smith rocks one in the left center, a base hit. Will Smith squares it up. He got a breaking ball up. Did not miss. And the second hit against Miserowski, and the Dodgers have a base runner here with 1 away.
Not only that, guys, but the first hit since the 2nd inning. And Will Smith, we talk about the simple approach he has.
He hasn't had a lot of hits, but remember, he hit a slider against the Phillies, a big 2 RBI single.
Broke that game open.
Right? Broke that game open, and now gets on base against the slider of Miserowski. Talented pitching coach for the Brewers, Chris Hook, out there, settled down his young right-hander.
In the heart of his Dodger order, Dodgers had a base runner off Miserowski in the 2nd, but it came with 2 outs. Now Freddie Freeman steps up with Will Smith at first base.
Freddie Freeman saw a lot of sliders from Miserowski in his last at-bat, a 3-2 slider to strike him out. He's so talented to sit on a pitch.
Oh, yeah. Well, and in his postseason career, guys, that's where he's made his money. 10 out of his 15 home runs have been go-ahead homers for the Braves and Dodgers over the years.
We had a thrilling Game 1 of this series. It was Freeman who put the Dodgers on the board with his first homer of this postseason. First ball swinging, ties him up with a breaking ball, the slider.
Remember in Game 1 on that home run, he walked us through what he was trying to do. He saw an inside fastball from Chad Patrick. He sat on it later in the count, and he hit that home run.
The long pause using all of that pitch clock. Miserowski deals it, and Freeman takes a ball. Remember, batters only have one timeout. They cannot step out more than once in a sequence. Freeman did not want to use it there. And he'll take as much time as he can to step in now. Smith, the runner at first. Freeman, left field, slicing in the seats, a foul ball.
It's funny, I recognized once you said that, he waited right till 8 seconds to step in that time.
That's how hitters combat that, right?
Yeah. And almost forced Miserowski to miss on his own and get charged with the penalty on the time clock.
Batters have to be attentive to the pitcher in the box at the 8-second mark, and this is why Freeman is standing there like this. He's staring directly at the clock. So he's in by 8. Now Miserowski can take it to 0. Wise move by Freeman.
I'd like to see Miserowski double up on that fastball right now.
Two and two the count. Dodger half of inning number 6. And it's 3-2. Tommy Edman due next.
Stuff just shortening up a little bit for Miserowski in this inning.
Pitch count at 71. Full count. One away. Here he comes. And it's ball 4. What an at-bat by Freddie Freeman. First and second with one away, and now Tommy Edman coming up. MLB Together is baseball's platform embodying the sport's commitment to philanthropic causes and mental wellness efforts by teams, players, and the league. To learn more, please visit MLBtogether.com. It's not just the pitches for Miserowski. It's the times he has gone back to the dugout and then got back up. That's a liner into center field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Smith. Felix got a great arm. It's cut off. Throw to third. Not in time. Tommy Edman puts the Dodgers in front. Edman on the first pitch delivers in the clutch again. And the Dodgers get to Miserowski in the 6th inning.
Well, great read by Will Smith out at second base, too. The ball had a little hump on it. And I don't know that Sal Frelick ever got a good grip on that ball.
He didn't.
It kind of just lollipopped in there. You take a look right here. Edman right up the middle. And you can see Dino Abel sending him right away. And gives the Dodgers a lead.
Dodgers putting together an inning. Smith with a single, Freeman with a walk. Tommy Edman puts the Dodgers in front. More baseball presented by Geico. Tommy Edman on the first pitch, and guys, Sal Frelick did not get off a very good throw at all here.
He's got 10 outfield assists this year. One of the stronger arms. I get usually he is in right field, but it's almost like he thought that Will Smith wasn't going.
There was 2 plays there for him. He had to try to gun Smith out at home. If he didn't think he had a play, he had to throw and get Freeman out at third base.
Yeah, even a firm throw into the cutoff man, and they've got a chance at Freeman at third, but not the case. Dodgers score. Abner Uribe, who has been the Brewer closer, is on the mound here with 1 out in the 6th inning.
Because of the predicament the Brewers are in, Pat Murphy has to use his bullpen in reverse, going with Uribe, who saved 6 for 6 down the stretch this year when Trevor McGill was hurt.
Teoscar Hernandez, who has delivered so many times as a Dodger the last 2 years in the postseason. First and third, 1 out. And Uribe straightens him up. Uribe, while he has a big fastball, it is a sinking fastball. He does get a lot of ground balls. It's not a big swing and miss pitcher, believe it or not. So the Brewers keep their middle infielders halfway back with hopes to turn a double play. 2-0. And that's in there for a strike.
You have to keep your eye on Edman at first. Usually you want to keep your place and let Teoscar hit one out of the ballpark, but you don't want the double play either.
2-1 to count. 2-2 now.
It's interesting. We're seeing 96, 97. Usually that sinker is more 99 in that area, but because of the use and what you have to do, we saw it. Remember, guys, the three of us with Cleveland last year in that bullpen playing the Yankees. Yeah. You start pitching every day, getting lengthened out, and that fastball just doesn't have the zip.
And remember, if it goes to a Game 5, these will be 3 games in a row. They'll off days.
And one series leads to the next as well. Jared Koenig, another late game high leverage pitcher, is loosening quickly. Uribe out there for the 4th time in the last 6 days. High stress pitching here. 2-2 the count on Teoscar Hernandez. And he misses with a slider. Game-breaking moment for the Dodgers in the 6th.
Your best pitcher's your sinker. You got to trust it. Try to get a ground ball here.
Hernandez with big power to the opposite field. And a swing and a miss. He got him on a slider. He got Teoscar Hernandez to chase. That's a big out for the Brewers. 2 outs now. Still runners at the corners.
Well, he trusted his slider instead. Teoscar probably looking fastball there as well. Way out in front.
And a little have a predicament here. The righty Hernandez, you could always... You don't have to give Muncy something to hit is what I'm saying. You have first and third, 2 outs.
There's a base opener. It just happens to be at second base right now. Oh! And now Uribe throws it away. In to score is Freeman. And a throwing error by Uribe, a second error of the series. And the Dodgers are up 3-1.
Pitchers and errors versus the Dodgers. This one's not even close. Pulled so hard it came off that wall back, so Edman couldn't even advance.
And Edman wasn't even that far off the bat.
That's right. Huge mistake by the Brewer reliever. 2-men are out. Max Muncy takes a first pitch strike in there. Muncy dealt the Brewers a big blow in the 6th inning of Game 2. Popped his first home run of this postseason. The 0-1. Muncy on the ground. Turang gobbles it up, and the inning is over, but a throwing error by the pitcher Uribe has allowed the Dodgers to add 1 more. Tommy Edman puts LA ahead with an RBI single. It's 3-1 Dodgers. They're up 2-0 in this best of 7 NLCS. Take a look at our game summary presented by Amazon. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Shohei Ohtani coming up with 2 outs. Dodgers lead 3-1. They just scored 2 in the 6th inning. Jacob Miserowski was excellent through 5 innings. He struck out 9, a rookie record in the postseason for the Brewers, but the Dodgers got to him. And it is 3-1 LA. Jared Koenig on to work for Milwaukee.
He's been good in this postseason. 3 times against the Cubs in that division series. Now his 2nd time against the Dodgers.
Ohtani swinging away at the first pitch. Chases a breaking ball.
I don't know if I've ever seen Ohtani step more in the bucket. That front hip is cleared early.
Ohtani had a triple and a run scored in the first. He's 1 for 3.
Just go back to that Philly series, Ronnie, and Sanchez and those lefties. They just pounded him in, man. They were relentless on that inner half, and he just, instead of taking them, started opening up and hadn't been able to get away from it.
And the man who is so routine-oriented, maybe the most routine-oriented of any big leaguer going right now, changed his routine yesterday and took batting practice on the field during the workout. You rarely see him on the field.
Hit one on top of the pavilion.
Yes, he did.
No, he can still do that no matter what.
That's right. 2 balls and a strike to count. Man, a big swing and a miss. Just got the cutter by him. Ohtani takes his time out. This was the scene yesterday. Normally, you see this, a batter is in the batting cage. You don't think anything of it, but when it's Shohei Ohtani, Dave Roberts said he couldn't remember an occasion where he took BP on the field at Dodger Stadium this year. Got to go back to spring training even. And Koenig wipes him out. Ohtani's struggles continue. Koenig with the strikeout to end the inning. We go to the 8th. Bonda coming in. Dodgers lead 3-1. '25 National League Championship Series presented by Loan Depot. Game 4 tonight, Blue Jays Mariners. Joe Davis, John Smoltz and company will have it for you on FS1. They're back at it tomorrow for Game 5. We'll have Game 4 of this series tomorrow night. Anthony Bonda comes on to pitch. Bryce Terang leads off, and strike one from the left-hander.
He appeared in 71 games this season. Did Bonda 5-1. Strike, almost a strikeout to inning pitched. Only one time has he pitched in the post so far.
And he wasn't on the roster for the wild card series, so as good as he was in that one game, you go back, the regular season ended on the 28th, I think, of September. He's only pitched in one game since.
Bonda getting a late game moment here as Bryce Terang clips one to left. Kike Hernandez is there. And out number one. Let's send it down to Lauren.
Brian, I'm over by the Dodger dugout. Dave Roberts has been learning which bullpen arms he can trust. He said, I need Bonda to be himself. I trust him. Then I'm going to Roki in the 9th. Perfect world. I need him to pound the zone, not be timid.
And just in case, Emmett Sheehan loosening for this 8th inning. Good stuff, Lauren. Thank you.
Yeah, speaking to what Lauren said, 34 walks in the regular season in 65 innings pitched.
Brewers are running out of outs. Down to their last 5 outs. The Dodger pitching staff has shut this offense down for 3 straight days now. In the air. Teoscar Hernandez eases back. 2 outs. You can wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, tees, and more. You can visit MLBshop.com for your favorite postseason team gear.
Designated hitter number 22, Christian Yelich.
Roki Sasaki starting to mill around in that Dodger pen. Here's Christian Yelich. Could be Bonda's last hitter. Got to face the minimum 3 batters. Brewers have Andrew Vaughn due next. Pat Murphy said the Dodger pitching staff has brought out the worst in us offensively. Brewers looking like a shell of themselves compared to the regular season and then the division series.
You have to remember that when they swept the Dodgers here, none of the pitchers that they faced starting were pitching now.
Crown is up. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Missed badly. Brewers a team that led the majors in, beg your pardon, 2nd in the majors in batting average, 3rd in pitches per plate appearance. Didn't strike out much. They were tied for 2nd in that category.
3rd in runs scored.
And they got 1 on the board today as Bonda deals. And a swing and a miss. And the 8th inning is in the books. Anthony Bonda puts up a 0. Dodgers coming up in the home 8th. 3-1 LA. It was Edmonds' single that gave the Dodgers the lead in the 6th. Ambush jumped on the first pitch. It was the last batter that Jacob Miserowski faced.
On this side, he loves to ambush even more, looking for that first pitch heater out over the plate. He gave him the changeup.
You know, when you have baseball people talking about winning players, Tommy Edman is one of those players. Just every single game seems to do something to help your team in a positive way.
He's 4 for 10 in this NLCS. 4 hits, including a double, driven in a couple of runs. He and Teoscar Hernandez had back-to-back homers in Game 1 of the wild card series against the Reds. And then Edman Got a first pitch swing and a home run against the Phillies as a right-handed batter in the division series.
Koenig could get through this inning. The Brewers almost got to Sasaki in game 1. And if you want to win best of 7, you got to beat the closer at some point anyway.
Sasaki is preparing for the ninth. He'll have Andrew Vaughn, Sal Frelick, Caleb Durbin, the scheduled hitters in the ninth. Edman shoots one foul, and it's 1-2 now.
Even say with Edman, look at the approach right there. See that all the way, trying to shoot it down that right field line. Just a tough out.
Freeman the runner at first with 2 outs. And the 1-2 in there for a called strike 3. Inning is over. Jared Koenig puts up a couple of zeros, and here we go to the ninth. Roki Sasaki against Vaughn, Frelick, and Durbin. Last call for the Brewers in game 3. Game in this series. And here we go to the ninth. 3-1 Dodgers. Roki Sasaki facing Andrew Vaughn. Pitch misses inside. Save opportunity for Sasaki.
Well, he had 2 saves in the division series, but he walked 2 in game 1 against the Brewers. His most important outing was the 3 perfect innings against the Phillies in game 4.
And you're already seeing the first 2 pitches in and way off the plate. That he had pinpoint control against the Phillies.
Saw the defensive changes as the Dodgers tighten up their outfield defense. Andrew Vaughn takes a strike. 100-mile-an-hour gas from Sasaki.
Had to take a strike there. They need a base runner.
Brewers down 2. Dodgers score 2 in the 6th to snap a 1-1 tie. Sasaki fires. Vaughn on the ground in the hole. Betts has got it. Jump throw on a hop in time. Wow! Mookie Betts. Gold glove form. What a play.
Well, this right here, guys, is why Mookie not only getting to that, guaranteed he knew who was running. Vaughn, not great speed. So he said, I'm going to give Freddie Freeman a nice hop. Didn't have to put a whole bunch on this throw and just makes it look easy. Why he's a Gold Glove candidate this year.
That's right. TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Frelick pops this one foul and out of play. I mean, the pressure of this throw. It's one thing to glove it. That was impressive enough. But a jump throw on the money to Freeman. What a great play.
I mean, to make that play on the backhand and immediately plant the back foot, and there's the reaction from Mookie Betts. What a big play.
Count is 1-1 on Sal Frelick. One and 2. The entire complexion of the inning changes if Betts doesn't make that play. Now Sasaki in the driver's seat. 1 ball, 2 strike on Frelick. 2-2 the count.
Well, not many times you see the talented catcher Will Smith kind of have a trouble even catching the pitch.
Sasaki deals. Frelick gets jammed. A pop-up. Middle of the diamond. Betts calling. 2 outs.
Mookie taking charge of this inning, isn't he?
It was his double that drove in the first Dodger run. And it's his glove that has sparkled in this 9th inning. Caleb Durbin is the last hope for Milwaukee in the 9th. 2 hits and a walk.
He's got to get on for Jake Bauers. If you remember in that game 1, Sasaki, the hit he gave up was a double to Bauers.
And Pat Murphy left him in to make sure he maybe got this at bat.
Left him in against a left-handed pitcher in the 7th as Durbin takes a strike.
Durbin's been the hottest hitter for the Brewers this evening.
A ball and a strike with 2 outs in the 9th. Durbin takes strike 2. The splitter is true. And now the Dodgers are a strike away from a 3-0 series lead. Got him! Ball game! The Dodgers win it! Sasaki closes the door. Los Angeles wins it 3-1. They are 8-1 in this postseason, steamrolling their way through this playoff run, and they are a win away from their 5th NL pennant in the last 9 years.
Well, outstanding starting pitching again. Mookie with a big hit in the first inning to drive in a run. 19-6 in their last 25 games in the postseason.
First time in a long time I sit here and you'd love to give the Dodgers offensive runs, but the Brewers give them a lot of credit. They've done a great job. But the story's been the Dodgers pitching. We're talking 9 hits. 9 hits in 3 games. You're not going to win doing that.
Brewers went 6-0 against the Dodgers in the regular season. The Dodgers are now 3-0 against the Brewers when it counts. A 3-1 Game 3 victory and a 3-0 series lead as we send it down to Lauren Shahadi.
Tyler, congratulations. You had to watch last postseason from the dugout. How much better is this?
It's incredible.